ArsenalFanTV. Now, I'm not going to say what they just said, that DT stands for Donald Trump. I won't put you in that bracket.
No, I've got more class than him.
But listen, I mean, before the game we were chatting and you said, for you, easy 3-0. And I did say to you, I think it's going to be a lot harder than that. As the last gentleman was saying, Swansea have got a great record here. And that was a really tough game today.
If it wasn't for our doing, it would have been an easy 3-0. Let's be real. Mistake by Xhaka, and then awful defending. So that should have been comfortable, Robbie. I nearly called you Rocky then, I don't know why. But yeah, 2-0 up, 35 minutes gone. I was relaxed. I was just like, this is easy. And then they scored, and then we had 5 minutes before half-time where we were like, oh my God. And it was the Arsenal of old. Then we kicked on in the second half, got the third, and I thought, right, that's it. They've had the kick up the backside, fine. Then they go and get a second. Then Xhaka gets sent off, which wasn't a sending off. You know, John Moss, I tell you, that guy needs to lose some weight and keep up with play first. End as simple as that. Do you know what I mean? Listen, but
it's 3 points, and you know what, right? I keep saying this to everybody. It's a sort of game that maybe last year it wouldn't have been 3 points. It might have just been a point.
But Robbie, I'm still not going to get over carried away with things, because there were things going on after Xhaka got sent off that were worrying me and making me say, has Wenger or even some of the players learnt lessons from previous years? It's common knowledge that when you go down to 10 men, it's normally harder to break that team down, because they get everyone behind the ball, they keep what they've got, but not us. We're like, yeah, fuck it, let's go. Harlem Globetrotters. It was them
counter-attacking football.
Robbie, they were getting through us very easily, and they notified.
They had 11 men. We had 10.
Robbie, how many times have you seen teams play against 10 men, right, and they can't break them down because they get everyone behind the ball and they defend.
But they couldn't break us down.
Robbie,
and they didn't score.
If it wasn't for some poor finishing, they would have. I can think of 2 headers in the last 2 minutes alone, which they had 3 headers just outside the 6-yard box where they headed it straight at Czech. Any other side of him, that's a goal.
But they didn't break him down.
No. But listen, let's look. Stop trying to play devil's advocate.
No, I'm not playing devil's advocate. No, listen. Now, hold on.
I told you.
If you have
splinters in your ass from that fence you sit on.
Listen. If you can't break, you just said, but they couldn't break them down. If we was watching that and that was another team, we'd have been like, look at that. They held on. They couldn't break them down. They couldn't get through them. Coquelin came on.
How long are we going to keep riding our luck? This is the thing. At the moment, I'm still reserved in and I'm looking at it and going, you know what? We're just riding our luck.
But it's tough after the international break. We've seen the results today. We've seen Spurs drop points.
Don't get me wrong, that's massive. Man City drawing, Spurs drawing. That's huge. Huge. And we'll know in May how huge that is. But what I'm saying is that I'm still not seeing enough to get why people get carried away.
Right, let me just leave it with one thing before you go. On a positive, right?
Yeah.
The goal by Mesut Ozil, how good was that?
It was quality. I don't want to say it, but it was very reminiscent of a certain number 11 and then number 10 we once had. You know, it was very, it was quality. And it was a good birthday present for him. So, you know, and that was it. But 3 points, that's the main thing. And I want to finish on a positive with something, right? And a lot of people may not know what happened over this last week, but there was a young Arsenal supporter by the name of Uzi, 17 years old, and he passed away last week. Now, a lot of people got involved speaking to the club and asked if they could do something as a mark of respect, and they've spoken to his family and said that they will put something in one of the programmes, which I believe might be this week in the Champions League. And that's class, you know what I mean? And this boy, what he's been through in his life, I've only spoke to the lad once, but he's Arsenal and his family, and I think everyone as Arsenal fans and the whole footballing community can all say that, you know, that we send our best to his family and may he rest in peace.
What game in midweek for England? I'm not going to lie, he weren't really in the game, but maybe I think it looked like he was saving himself for Arsenal, because the way he was playing for England, he weren't playing like that. Like, today he was playing like mad. Like, even the goals he's getting, like, man turned to a fox in the box. Like, I don't know what's going on with him, fam. Seriously, blood. I demand a drug test on Walcott, blood. Yeah? I demand it, fam. You understand?